On the last part, Piccolo is saved by Tien Shinhan, who keeps imperfect Cell at bay until Goku arrives, taking both Piccolo and Tien Shinhan away utilizing the instant transmission. Cell currently had no way of finding where Android 18 was because they had escaped quite a while back. Meanwhile, Vegeta and Trunks finally exit the hyperbolic time chamber as they go to fight Cell. Vegeta completely dominates Cell, leading to Cell using the solar flare to escape. However, Cell immediately encounters Android 16, who manages to put an end to Cell using his Hell's Flash. Vegeta wasn't satisfied at all and decides to challenge Goku to a battle after Goku and Gohan had exited the time chamber. However, Goku easily defeats Vegeta, completely humbling him. With that, we enter the 7-year time skip, but with Goku alive and well. How will this change the Buu saga as we know it? Well, these are questions we will answer today on Dragon Ball Z. So before we start, a few more things to take note. Krillin doesn't get together with Android 18 because he didn't meet her the second time on the island. Android 16 is still alive because he was never killed by second form Cell. Cell never had a chance to transform. And the initial wish to the Dragon Balls was used to revive all who were killed by the androids, as well as Cell. 17, who was unfortunately killed by Piccolo, is not included in this wish. However, after making the first wish, there's still one wish left. Piccolo actually has the temptation to revive 17, but dismisses the idea in the end. So, Android 17 is still dead in this version of events, and 18 is still looking for revenge against Piccolo. Android 16 is also looking to fight Goku. So Android 16 and 18 had to be taken care of first before we proceed onwards. After the fight between Goku and Vegeta, Android 16 and 18 fly over to intercept the Z fighters. Android 16 had detected the scuffle between Goku and Vegeta, and together with Android 18, flown in the general direction. Immediately, two sets of fights occur. One between Android 16 and Goku, and one between Android 18 and Piccolo. Android 16 couldn't fight his inherent programming, while Android 18 wanted revenge for her brother Android 17. Goku, with his first year of training in the Room of Spirit and Time, had already mastered Super Saiyan Grade 4, so he easily dispatches Android 16. The fight between Android 18 and Piccolo, however, is much closer, but Piccolo had already trained a year in the hyperbolic time chamber, and his power has already far surpassed 17's, and 17's power was higher than 18's in the first place. So, without too much effort, Piccolo dispatches Android 18 as well. However, both Goku and Piccolo spared their foes because they didn't perceive them as major threats. 16 tells Goku to just kill him. After all, because of his programming, he would constantly come after Goku over and over again. Android 16 couldn't help it. However, Bulma chimes in. With Jiro's notes, it wouldn't take any effort to remodel Android 16. With that, Android 16 goes away with Bulma. Meanwhile, Android 18 was still extremely hostile towards the Z fighters, not intending to play nice with them whatsoever. This was when Goku suggested reviving Android 17. Piccolo looks at Goku, utterly bewildered, but Goku bounces Piccolo's words right back at Piccolo. The androids don't seem like that bad of people. Obviously, the one who would object this is Trunks, having witnessed the utter horror of the androids in the future. But Goku reassures Trunks. He was more than enough to handle the androids. In fact, even Vegeta, Piccolo, and even Trunks himself were more than a match for them. So in the end, 17 is revived half a year later. Android 18 is ecstatic, but she was still reluctant to call the Z Fighters any more than mere acquaintances. So unfortunately, Krillin and 18's fates have diverged in this canon of events. 16 joins the Z Fighters as an honorary member as we now proceed into the 7-year timeskip. With Goku alive, Gohan continues his training diligently, though keep in mind here that Gohan has never unleashed his full potential during the Cell Saga in this version of events. However, Gohan's power by the end of these 7 years is still a good 2 times his Buu Saga counterpart in canon. Goku and Vegeta are actually slightly stronger in base as well, but Goku unfortunately has no access to the Super Saiyan 3 form. Naturally, this increase in strength meant that Goten and Trunks are slightly stronger as well. Most of the Buu Saga proceeds the same. Gohan gets his identity as a superhero vigilante exposed by Videl and is blackmailed into joining the 25th World Tournament. In the end, the whole gang ends up joining, though keep in mind here that Android 18 isn't here. Together with 17, they have been off the grid and had not been in contact with the Z Fighters for many years. 16 himself abstained because he didn't see the point in engaging in such trivial activities. The entire story goes the same, until the Z Fighters arrive outside Babali's ship. 16 takes the spit from the Dabura and ends up being the one to turn to stone, protecting Krillin and Piccolo. And thanks to Gohan being far stronger, the energy fed into Buu instantaneously revives Majin Buu. Babali is elated and Dabura was the same. However, seeing the monster in its true form, Dabura tries and fails to cool Majin Buu, which leads to Dabura's death. Now Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Krillin and Piccolo will duke it out against Majin Buu. With no Super Saiyan 3 at their disposal, this fight isn't as easy as you think. None of the fighters there, not even Gohan, came close to Majin Buu in terms of raw power. Buu was tricky, unpredictable, and most of all, almost unkillable. Goku tells everyone to put their all into one attack. If they wanted to take out Buu, they would have to do it together. Piccolo charges his special beam cannon as Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta charge their Kamehameha, Masenko, and Gallic guns respectively. They launch their attacks as Krillin yells Solar Flare, blinding the monster and keeping him in place. The potency of this combined attack is monstrous. Despite how resilient Buu is, the attack still managed to eradicate Buu once and for all. Witnessing Buu's demise, Babidi tries to flee, but Shin, the Supreme Kai, intercepts and puts an end to the wizard. With the Buu Saga ending right here, multiple important events don't occur. Fat Buu never gets a chance to redeem himself, so we never get a good Fat Buu, as well as Satan's redemption arc during the end of the Buu Saga. Without Goku's fight against Kid Buu, there won't be a Kid Buu reincarnation in the future, so no U. The Z Sword is also never broken by Gohan, so Old Kai remains sealed in the Z Sword. Also, both forms of fusion, the knowledge of the Potara earrings and the fusion dance, will forever be lost to time. Gohan also never gets his potential unlocked. Without all these occurring, believe it or not, the events of the story going forward still don't change much. Dragon Ball Super is the Goku and Vegeta show, so most of the events stay exactly the same. Of course, the moral arc will change drastically, but I don't plan on covering that until it is adapted. And there's also another important fight that will be drastically changed. That is of course Dragon Ball Super Broly. Without knowledge of the fusion dance, there will be no Gogeta Blue. So I'll leave you all to think how that fight will turn out. Will Broly just end up wiping out Goku and Vegeta and destroying Earth? Anyways, thanks you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.